What are the age limits who play in these tournaments and leagues?
We have lowest is 5-year-old, and the highest right now that we have registered is a 62-year-old.
Okay.
So we have Little League, which is 16 and under, and then we have Adult League, which is 21 and over. Now you're thinking, oh, what do you do with those 16?
Yeah.
You missed some ages there, Jen. They have a choice between 16 and 21 if they want to stay little or they want to stay senior league.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 99 miles per hour with Perci Garner, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, Your Pizza, the finest pizza anywhere. But if you don't like pizza, which everyone does, they got wings, sandwiches, subs, and of course salads for those of you who like to be healthy, not like me. Also, I would like to mention the network that allows me to have this podcast, and that is the Get Level Podcast Network. There's plenty of other podcasts, a lot of content to get through. And also, go check out the website, getlevelpod.com. It'll be up somewhere around here. Go there, check out all the websites. You can also listen. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can listen audible without any interruptions. And then also, to the Rainbow Connection. I am the new executive director there, and we are having our telethon that we have every year. And we're expecting big things, even though in these tough times, we know the community can always come through. That is March 7th. That's starting at 11 a.m. And then also my scholarship fund, also trying to raise money for a Dover student in these hard times to get some help for them to attend college.
Welcome to me casa, make yourself at home, do your do. Welcome to my pad, this your lab, go create your move.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to 99 miles per hour with me, your host, Perci Garner. I have a special guest who I have came to know in 2019 by helping out at the Challenger baseball tournament. And unfortunately, we weren't able to have one last year, but I'm looking forward to having another one and helping out again. And now that I am executive director of the Rainbow Connection, I should be getting closer to the Challenger League. So our guest today is Jennifer Flaherty, and exactly what I know, you organize everything. You're in charge. Whenever there's something about Challenger baseball, you're the person I would contact. So are you the executive director of Challenger baseball?
I am not the executive director, but I am the president.
Oh, okay. I like that name better. I wish I was the president of Rainbow Connection. But how are you?
I'm great, and you?
I'm good. I mean, obviously before you saw me messing around, not putting the camera up and all this stuff. But I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm swearing my mind's working.
The sun's shining at least.
Yeah, exactly. What is it? Oh, it's 25 degrees out there now. Wow, that's crazy. It was 2 this morning.
Yeah, I heard that.
But no, I'm happy to have you on the show. I'm hoping this year we have a little, Challenger tournament, but we'll get into that. But first, let's just talk about the basics and get to learn about the Challenger Baseball League because, not many people, I guess they're aware of it, but they don't know the details and how it actually works. They just see people playing. They're like, oh, this is great, But first of all, how did it get started?
Okay. Well, Challenger Baseball started in 2010 with a man called Dan McCauley. That's the father. His son wanted to play baseball, but typical leagues wouldn't let him play because he has autism. So waiting and turn taking and stuff he struggled with. So Danny wanted to start something so his son could play. At the time, we didn't have anything like that in our community. So him and Janine started a Little League, went to Little League. They had a Challenger program, and now we have Challenger Baseball.
Nice. So 2010, that's right when I got drafted. That was a good year. So now, I mean, I guess, what places have you played, like other than, because I know Dover Park you played in 2019 when I was there, but I'm sure you've had other venues.
Yeah. Well, we started in Bolivar. Okay. Janine and Dan are both from Bolivar. So we started at the Bolivar right behind the CMA. There's a field back there that we started at. And then we grew. We started playing in Dover. And then we started playing in downtown Philly at the Waterworks. Okay. And then we've played at Newcomerstown.
Okay.
And they have a field in Newcomerstown. Okay. And then in 2019, Rainbow Connection built a field for us to use out at the church.
Nice. Faith Christian Church?
Yes.
Nice. Out in Pleasant Valley, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I got to see it, just recently, but, I didn't travel too much around Philly, so I didn't see it before. Because Dover's so big, I never have to go over to Philly. But, okay, so 2010 you got started. Dan McCauley, that's awesome. Great story. And when I was involved in 2019 at Dover Park, my eyes were opened on just the sheer, I just wasn't expecting a big tournament like that. I didn't know there were going to be that many kids and that many people involved. People give a lot of their time to, just to set this thing up and get it going. And I was impressed. And I was riding around the golf cart trying to help people get to different fields and stuff. And
if I remember correctly, I think you hit a trash can too.
See, you weren't supposed to remember that or announce that. No. I have bad history with golf carts. I tried to parallel park a golf cart at Put-in Bay, and it didn't end too well. Anyways, I can drive a normal car though, I swear. But I kind of want to, obviously this is to get Challenger baseball out there, but I'm kind of curious about some things that I didn't know. Yes, I was there in 2019, and I got to see consume a lot of the food and talk to a lot of people, and that was great. But there's certain ways that you guys have to carry the tournament just so everybody can, experience baseball who wants to play and nobody's left out. And, there's people in wheelchairs. And so explain like certain equipment you use that allows everyone to get involved.
Okay. Well, first of all, our games last about an hour and we play 2 innings. Everybody bats, everybody takes the field that wants to. Batting is always top priority. They always want to bat first. And then we just pitch balls until they're able to hit it.
Gotcha.
We do have some kids that ride, or players that ride in wheelchairs. So we have I call it the contraption because I don't really know where a real good name for it is because it's weird looking. But it's a bat that stands on a frame and it has like a pivot point. Okay. And then you pull it back just like a screen door.
Okay.
And then they let go of that rope that's on that bat and it swings forward and it hits the ball form.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have that. And then we also have these pylons that probably stand, I don't know if I used the right word there. They stand about this high. They're foamy. And inside of them, they have a beeper. Well, we wear a remote control around our neck. And when a child or a player has a visual problem, once they hit the ball, we hit that button and it beeps so that they can independently run down to that base.
Okay.
So we have that. And then we also have a beeper ball that we put on a tee with people with visual problems so that they can hit it off. We really work on independence, teamwork, being proud of what you do, socialization. So we try to get them to do things on their own. Yes. But if they can't, that's okay too. Yeah. That's when our buddies step in. We have buddies that come, usually community members, family members that come and help. They make sure that the kids or the players are safe out on the field. They make sure that they get to the bat. They bat the ball. They make sure that they run to the bases okay. And then they're also out there in case we do get a good hit ball out there and they don't get hurt. Nice. So we need that. And then we also have coaches that volunteer. This is of all volunteers that do this. And the coaches pitch, they get out on the field, all kinds of stuff.
Nice. Well, that's interesting. So I know there are some kids that can really hit the ball. So you do have to be careful.
Yep.
And I do remember the buddies out there and the work they do. I think I recognize a couple of them. So just seeing young people, especially getting involved in stuff like that, I'm trying to encourage that and just keep that going because obviously, the veterans of the community, if that's the correct way to put it, they are always involved in doing stuff like that. But when you can get the younger crowd involved, I think it's something special just because it's a skill you don't really think about or a characteristic you don't really think about until later, like, maybe I should give back,
Right.
Most people think I need a lot of money to give back, but no, it's more time and use your other gifts that you have With me, it's just, wanting to have a good time. I know you, besides
Right.
hitting the trash can, I was being a goofball around the whole tournament and, trying to make people laugh. And I think that's fun. And some didn't laugh and they made fun of me, but it all was in good fun.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah.
And it's just an hour of your time. And we play 2 days a week. So if you can't make it to both times, whatever, a buddy can make it to. Same way with a player. Sometimes we understand that a player is having a bad day. It's okay. You don't need to come. It's not a mandatory thing that you come. Sometimes they have a bad day and the parent brings them and it turns it into a good day.
Okay.
So, and that's what's good about all of our parents too. Our parents help one another. We're not like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our families always tell me how comfortable they feel around other families that have children or adults with disabilities. Because just because Sally Joe's having a meltdown, they're not all staring at Sally Joe. Yeah. They're helping Sally Joe get through that meltdown. Yeah. So that's what is unique about Challenger Baseball is that we all help. We all understand. We've all been down that road. So that's what's wonderful about Challenger Baseball. That
is wonderful. I mean, in certain leagues that could be an issue, especially, when you're just in a normal league and some kid's having a bad day, then everybody starts whispering like, "Oh, look at him over there," and it's not a good experience. So it's good to hear that in Challenger League that that doesn't happen. Everybody helps out. That's a good thing to have, especially for the children and the young ones. What are the age limits who play in these tournaments and leagues?
We have lowest is 5-year-old, and the highest right now that we have registered is a 62-year-old.
Okay.
So we have Little League, which is 16 and under, and then we have Adult League, which is 21 and over. Now you're thinking, oh, what do you do with those 16?
Yeah.
You missed some ages there, Jen. They have a choice between 16 and 21 if they want to stay little or they want to stay senior league.
Gotcha.
Because some of our 16-year-olds, they're still little guys.
Yeah.
And we can't really put them with the older people.
Yeah.
So they have a choice what they want to do.
Nice. Yeah. It's kind of like me, with the Dover basketball alumni game before Thanksgiving. Well, it's the day of Thanksgiving. You get to choose if you want to go play with the old men or with the young. I'm right in that stage now, and I chose to go play with the older guys, and I still was in bad enough shape where I looked like I was the oldest out there. So that's always good to have. Now, other than like Dan and stuff like that, like who else is important to the league besides yourself? Like who other, I guess, like if you weren't available, or who are other people that give a lot of the time to this Challenger League?
Yeah, we have a board.
Okay.
I'm the president. Wendy Moan, she is the vice president.
Okay.
Jen Miller, she's our secretary.
Okay, I know that.
And then Ryan Yules is our treasurer.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Jen Miller, is she at Dover Library? No.
Nope. Different Jen Miller.
Oh, so many Millers out there.
Yeah, that Jen Miller's a good girl too, but
okay.
Yeah, different one.
Okay. I took a stab at it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Now, obviously, what you touched on a little bit ago, I'm starting to see the correlation between Rainbow Connection, why Challenger Baseball came together. I know we focus on, giving equipment and financial support to those to keep them involved, like especially in the schools and the educational system, that allows them to, not have to be removed from other students if they have a disability and need, in certain circumstances where they have to be by themselves to get settled down or something like that. I know in the past we have done different rooms and stuff for these schools to allow everyone to have some independence and some social aspect. And I know that wasn't there when I was growing up as much. But I think it's important that people, interact with totally different type of individuals and not just, stay with certain people. So I think it's big. And just like you said, to have everybody included and to have some independence and the social aspect, because baseball, we all know, especially at this young age, it's a social event as well. So now I'm kind of curious, is it one field out there at Challenger, or is it like a couple where you can play like a tournament, or is it one field to have everybody, the 2-inning games and different teams play?
Yeah, out at the church, there's just one field.
Okay.
So we typically play on Tuesdays and Fridays, and we have a 5:30 game, a 6:30 game, and a 7:30 game.
Okay.
So that we get everybody in at one night, but I mean, it's, staggered that way.
Gotcha.
And when we had tournaments, we played that at Dover Park because
So many fields.
we had, 2,000 people, and we needed a lot of fields.
Dang, 2,000 people. That's how many people were there?
It was.
Wow. That's what I'm excited to get that back. So is your goal to have it this year, and you have certain registration dates already set up for people to get registered for this year?
Yeah, we will just have a regular season. I don't think that we'll be hosting any tournaments this year. Okay. But our registration actually is open right now on our website, tuskchallenger.com.
Tuskchallenger.com. Make sure you put that up on the screen, John.
And then we also have a Facebook page that has stuff on it. And then our registration will run until March 28th.
Okay, March 28th. Awesome.
That is the 28th is the date that you'll be guaranteed to get a jersey.
Okay.
We do open registration until we're done with baseball.
Okay.
But if you want a jersey, you need to be signed up until the 28th.
Okay.
And right now, actually, until the 20th of February, we're running a special. If you sign up now, it's only $30. Typically, it's $40 for player or $60 for a family.
Okay. Nice. Now, I guess from the aspect of, me wanting to come and help out, for people who want to be a buddy or just to be involved, how do we just, go to your Facebook page, message you, call you, or how does that work?
We also have online forms for that too on our website.
Okay.
We have buddies under 18 and we have buddies and coaches over 18.
Okay.
So you can get on there. We do a background check.
Yeah.
I hope you pass. No, I'm teasing you. We do a background check. And then you get a shirt that will say Challenger Baseball on it and Buddy. We ask that you wear those to the games, just so that we can designate who, of course, the buddies and coaches are.
And people aren't just putting a shirt on just to eat all the food up.
Right, exactly. And, when we were talking about registration fees, we do have grants for people that aren't able to pay. We would never want your reason for not being able to play is because you don't have the money.
Gotcha.
So if you're tight on money this year, like a lot of people are, just put that in your registration or ask me to call you. And then, we, no questions asked. We just, we have tons of people that help us out.
Nice.
And we have funding to be able to do that.
I was going to say, so how is it funded? Do you guys have a fundraiser, or is the tournament, or just the people signing up? Is that the main?
Well, we do little small fundraisers here and there. We had an Easter pancake breakfast, and we were going to rehab that, but with COVID, we're not going to now. And then we also have an annual quarter auction that's at Central Catholic. I don't have a date yet quite for that, but it's usually around Father's Day weekend.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. And the quarter auction at Central Catholic is just, if you've never been, it's amazing. We have usually around 200 people there, fill up the gymnasium, and it's a wonderful fundraiser for us.
Nice. So for your auction, if you want to have like this big basket full of Reese cups, I will not lose that bid.
Okay.
I have an issue. I really need to figure out, there needs to be a Reese cup rehab or something.
Well, that's really easy to sway you over. It's just bring you some Reese cups.
Yes,
you might be there.
Yeah, she even says it properly. I don't. I say Reese cup, and that's not even correct. But anyways, other than Reese cups and getting off track there, is there anything else you want to share or talk about that you don't think we've touched about the Challenger League? Well,
we will have an opening day. And usually that's where we try to invite the community to come out to see what we're about and see. We have music playing and a special person throws out the ball and stuff like that. So
that was me that one time. No,
that was at tournaments. Tournaments. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's May 15th. And we'll be advertising that more later.
Nice.
And then we always do a real good grand finale at the end of our year. Charlie Jones comes out and videotapes it for us.
Nice.
And to watch that replay and listen to him comment is always a good thing. And we have food there. And then the older kids, they play last. So they play under the lights, which is really cool for them. They really like that.
Nice.
So we do that. One other thing I forgot to tell you on our equipment is this year we got lacrosse sticks. You know those lacrosse sticks that got a little thing? We got those for our kiddos, our players that ride in wheelchairs. So they can take that lacrosse stick, put it down on the ground and get the ball, pull it up to them and be able to throw it in independently. Nice. That's a new equipment this year that I'm super excited. Yeah. I'm super excited to use that.
I'm sure the kids are too. That's cool. That's cool. I don't really have ideas like that. So it's, I really admire when people can come up with stuff like that to help the kids out. And if it was in charge of me, I'd just be like, oh well, I don't know. But I'm working on my creativity, huh, Josh? Yeah.
So I also wanted to tell you too that Challenger baseball is for anybody that has a cognitive or physical delay. So when they're school age kids, that's considered anybody that has an IEP. Okay. When they're adult age kids, that's anybody that has any kind of cognitive delays. We have a young man who doesn't have any cognitive delays, but he's had cancer, and he has a lot of issues with his feet. So we invited him to come in and play with us because he wanted to play baseball. Nice. We do all Tuscarawas County. We do have a couple people that come in from Carroll County. Okay. We accept all. If you can drive, come on over.
All right. I like it. That's kind of important. I probably should have asked, who qualifies to be a part of this league. You did tell me the ages, so that was good, but I'm glad you picked up on that. But I mean, I'm excited. So you said, just so we get the dates right, you said May 15th is opening day?
May 15th is opening day, and that will be out at the field at the church.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess I'll be there. No.
I'm kind of hoping you will be.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see, kids playing on the field just because, a field is nice, but until you start to see actually ball being played on it, then, it's...
I'll tell you what, and you've been to a game, many games, because you were there that weekend, but once you come to a Challenger game, it makes your heart feel good.
I bet it does.
It makes you smile. It makes you have fun. It's real sports because everybody helps everybody. Everybody cheers for everybody. Then they come across that field and they slide into home base and there's dust everywhere. And that smile that they have on their face, it's amazing.
It is.
It'll make you feel 100% better.
That's what's up. I like hearing that just because I know it worked for me. I'm a joyful person all the way around anyways, but just seeing that in some of those games and the excitement the kids have just because, everybody deserves opportunity to play any sport. So I think the opportunity you guys provided for, these kids to be able to play baseball, the game that I love playing, and I think it's definitely something that, I can get behind easily, but I think other people should, make an attempt to come out to opening day on May 15th. And then also, just to reiterate, your website is
Tuskchallenger.org.
Tuskchallenger.org. Yes. So no,
I think it's just .com.
Oh, okay.
Because really it will come up league lineup.
Oh, okay.
But if you put in Tusk Challenger and then it'll say it, and then underneath it says Little League lineup.
Oh, gotcha.
So they kind of run it, but
yeah, I got you.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just trying to make it easy and give the people no excuses.
Yes. Well, and if they go to the Facebook page, my number's on there.
Oh, okay.
So if they can't find it, it's me that does the website and the Facebook tag.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
Hey,
somebody will correct me, I'm sure, on my spelling somewhere.
Hey, I've already done that. I've already got corrected.
Yes.
One of the board's wives said, hey, on my Instagram post, I was trying to give a shout out to Carmel for retiring, and yeah, she's I think she's an English teacher, so she was like, you said that incorrectly. I was like, oh crap, so I had to go and fix it.
Yes.
But I like that criticism feedback. So, but yeah, Jen, I look forward to working more with you. I look forward to May 15th, getting on the field, and seeing those kids. I have a lot of fun no matter what type of baseball is being played, if that's in the backyard with my son or. I grew up just hitting rocks with a bat. So I'm excited, and hopefully everybody is able to join. But before we leave, is there did we cover everything?
I think we did. Okay,
great. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you coming. And also, I'm looking forward to May 15th. And then, I'm going to be out in the field. So if you want to come hang out and watch some baseball, hopefully Dover Leagues are happening too. So we'll see. But come on out to Faith Christian Church and check out the Challenger League on May 15th. But appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you again next week. Thank you.
Peace. Crib by the water, say me casa su casa. It feel like Casablanca. Shawty, you my little mama. I got a crib by the water, say me casa su casa. It feel like Casablanca. Shawty, you my little mama. She be on that Henny. I like that Corona.